What's behind the fireplace? Ooh.
And behind door number 2 is...
a new car!
This must be it.
So, welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Team. I'm redxparasite.
Alma's diary.
I'm your host,
isn't it?
Air327.
Wait, does that make me the lovely assistant?
I don't know. Either option is kind of weird to me.
Yes.
Because, yeah.
Okay, we were covered.
Here it is.
Oh, I was about to say, it's like, did we actually get the
I
diary?
should
Yeah.
take it back to the office and go through it.
Okay, well, I think that's all we're supposed to find here.
Probably. Convenient how she made the arbitrary decision that she was going there right before there was a reason to be there.
Dr. Kimishima, can you
Yep.
spare a moment?
I do if it's about the case.
Of course it is.
Wait, can you spare a moment?
Parker's
I
autopsy
do
is
if
about
it's
to begin.
about the case.
Good. I hope they find something.
Yes, and regarding the results from the auto-imaging scan, a tumor has been found in Alma Parker's prefrontal lobe.
Is it?
Ah, that
Big?
explains things.
Yeah.
A tumor?
Yes, it's about 5 centimeters in diameter, and it seems to have been causing CVD.
Do you know how big 5 centimeters is? That's
Yeah.
diameter still, but
Yeah. Ugh.
CVD.
Cerebral vascular disorder. If that's so, then
Yes, well, even if she hadn't been killed, she didn't have much time left.
that's not the point. Tumors in the prefrontal lobe cause visual and auditory
I think maybe she
hallucinations.
went insane.
There's
pretty
the
much what
chance
I'm
that this
thinking.
may explain her strange behavior.
Wait, so you think this is related to the case?
Almost definitely.
I found Alma's diary above the Parker's
I mean, clearly he
fireplace.
thinks it's related to the case or he wouldn't have mentioned it.
What? Then Joseph was...
He was telling the truth. Reading this may tell us more.
I write this diary giving thanks to the mountains and to the flowing waters. My headaches continue today. That bruise seems to have gotten bigger, too. Should I see a doctor?
A bruise. What is she referring
The
to?
one on her hand? It's the one on her right palm.
I guess.
The black one.
I like how
Well, 'cause
3
she-
of them are
That's
the bruise
right, she
on
was still
blank, and one of
alive when
them
she
is
got that
her
bruise on her
fractured
hand.
leg.
Yeah.
I write this diary giving thanks to the mountains and to the flowing waters.
It's a really weird way of opening up all of your diary entries.
A miracle happened today. I can barely believe it. I heard God's voice, beautiful and pure.
Well, shit.
The bruise on my hand is a sigil passed on to me by God himself.
I see. Well, I'm no theologian, but I doubt this was a revelation from God. What happened to her was caused by...
A
tumor.
giant tumor in her head.
Yeah.
Having auditory hallucinations.
Right. Her experience was likely caused by the tumor in her prefrontal lobe. She interpreted the whispers of her disease as the voice of the Creator.
I write this diary giving thanks to the mountains and to the flowing waters. Today I heard a shocking premonition. We were walking the path against God's divine will. My pain was inflicted on me as a punishment and a warning to me and my family.
Some really, troubling stuff to read.
I cannot let this be. I must save my family. I write this diary, giving thanks to the mountains and to the flowing waters. The preparations have been made. I will become the beast of the Lord and lead my loving
I
family.
mean, she's clearly delusional.
Yeah.
I will sever them from this world and engrave the sigil upon their bodies too. Abby, my little girl, I willingly become the beast so I can save you.
Beast of the Lord. That explains the fur.
I write this diary, giving thanks to the mountains and to the flowing waters. I learned a terrible truth today. My little Abby never reached his side. It's my fault. I severed her connection before engraving the sigil. Ah, my loving daughter. Please forgive your mother for being so foolish. Joseph will be saved. I will engrave his sigil and lead his soul.
Okay, so this was related to something that you mentioned earlier about how can you tell if a wound is inflicted before or after death. If it's inflicted before death, usually there'll be signs of healing. But if it's afterwards, then, there won't be.
Okay.
So that's another way that you can tell.
Yeah.
Particularly with, like, lacerations and those kinds of things.
I'll make sure it won't hurt. Joseph, let us be reunited in
That
his
explains
world.
the sleeping pills.
The diary ends here. Alma died after writing this. The sigil that she says she engraved onto her daughter is...
The hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them
That's
said
right.
something about a gunshot.
Alma thought the black bruise on her hand appeared as a holy
Pretty sure
sign.
whoever made, the options for this game had a little fun with some of
Yeah,
them.
definitely.
That's why she thought she was saving her daughter's soul using the same pattern. She also planned to do the same to her husband. When she said she'd make sure it won't hurt, she meant
Sleeping pills. Yeah, hey, that's how they put it.
this diary answers a number of the questions we've had regarding this case.
Yeah, it's the most commonly used term, at least in common speak.
Yeah.
Solid evidence. Guess that's another way to describe conclusive evidence.
Yeah.
Solid evidence.
Well, that was like a bunch of them.
Until this
Yep.
point, I had thought that Alma and Abigail had been killed by the same person. But now it's clear who killed Abigail. And yet, there are several things found at the crime scene that could not have been Alma's doing. I need to review the information we have to determine if these murders were committed by the same
I
person.
mean, they couldn't have been.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we just drag it to little guy.
Hey, little guy, I have something else that I need you to analyze for
We just
me.
got to think about this one.
You do? I thought we've already been through everything.
It's more that I want you to sort through what we know. Alma wore the mask and the fur when she killed Abigail. However, Alma couldn't have done everything herself. For example,
She could not have killed herself, like I've
Yeah.
been saying this whole time.
Yeah. Without
yes,
some
Alma
serious
didn't stab
determination.
herself.
You made me think of Undertale.
Yeah,
And there were
after I
obvious
said that, I
attempts
was
to
thinking
hide
the same
evidence
damn
after
thing.
Alma's death. One such piece of evidence is
The steel spike fills you with determination.
Hide evidence after burning the mask and fur.
Yeah.
yes, someone tried to destroy the costume Alma wore in the fireplace. Another piece is
Hiding
Hiding the
murder
murder
weapon.
weapon.
indeed, the weapon Alma is believed to have used was hidden inside the clock.
Only one person was able to do this.
Yes. Now we can finally see everything that happened in this case.
So really the only person that could have killed her would have been Joseph.
Because same killer has become other killer.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're operating under the assumption that they'd been killed by by the same person before, but
Yeah.
The dead shall speak. Let's
I'm gonna
put
mention it
together
like
the
every
truth of
single
what
time we
happened.
finish one of these forensic cases, but this track is awesome.
In a way, you could say Alma Parker is the first victim. She had a gigantic tumor within her prefrontal lobe. The conditions caused by the tumor changed her. This card has the evidence of that.
And we have a lot of cards.
Yeah.
Alma's symptoms.
Yeah.
Yes, she believed her hallucinations were divine visions. Parting with the world, her beloved daughter was first. It was that same love that led to Alma's attack. This card proves the violence Alma carried out on her Abigail.
It's like you don't remember all of the things well enough to be like, oh, I'm just gonna go to this one. It's just like,
Yeah.
what was our evidence again?
I believe it is details of Abigail's murder.
Indeed. She put on a mask and fur, then killed her. That's why Abigail failed to recognize her own mother. Instead, she kept screaming in order to warn Alma away. Abigail's last words are proof of that.
All right, this one's
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
Mom! Stay away! Run!
After the murder, Alma tried to guide her child's soul. The proof of that is on this card.
Is the mark, yeah.
This is likely what Mrs. Bowen witnessed. But Alma thought she had failed to save Abigail's soul. In order to guide the soul to its rightful place, Alma thought the sigil needed to be applied before death. So she made careful preparations for Joseph's murder. The evidence of that is shown on this card. Yes, but this plan failed to work. Joseph woke from the pain and struggled with her in a panic. This card tells us the evidence of that.
There's probably one about his hand injury. It's either that one or this one. Oh, that was timed well. That I was able to just continue with what I was saying in a sentence as they passed into view.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that was afterwards, so...
Yeah, it's either that one or the one to the left of it.
Yeah, I think it's got to be this one.
Probably that one.
Alma wore the mask and fur again to kill her husband. That's why Joseph didn't know it was Alma attacking him. He desperately caught her hand, resisting her. And in the ensuing struggle, they fell, stabbing Alma. When Joseph removed his attacker's mask, he realized... It was first thought that both cases had the same murderer. But with so many mysteries solved, I know that can't be. This is the card with proof of the reason why that is.
The one that literally says other killer.
Do that.
Maybe. Wait,
No.
what?
That wasn't it.
The proof that they couldn't be the same killer is not the one called other killer?
How does that make
Okay, that's
sense?
kind of dumb.
I guess it... This one?
I mean, the only one that makes sense was wrong. What the fuck? And then that's usually the... Well, at least last time it was like the last words were.
Yeah, it's usually the last
Well, we've got
one.
plenty of
We
hearts
have
left.
enough.
Just,
Yeah, we
just
have enough.
guess.
Proves the burns but cannot have been done by the same.
Yes.
That doesn't prove it.
After Alma's death,
But okay.
someone erased
Well, she couldn't have
evidence of her
erased the
guilt.
evidence on her own after she died.
No matter how
but
it was done, it couldn't have been Alma. And so the truth of this card is brought to light.
Really?
This person wanted to hide Alma's crimes. First, her costume was destroyed in the fireplace. The weapon she used was hidden within a clock in the house. Another knife was used to make Alma seem like a victim. This card shows who took this effort to exonerate Alma.
One about the husband's lies. Yeah.
It's obviously
Oh,
her last.
apparently it was only singular despite the multiple lies.
Her bizarre acts were a result of her brain tumor. Even then, she still loved her husband and cared about him. Her final words are proof of that.
I don't know. Do you think we can get this one wrong?
Wait, no.
Joseph.
I was gonna say we should think about that some more.
I'm sorry. I can't save you.
This is the truth behind how her life's light was put out.
See what I said? Poetic.
Yeah. Also, he did pretty good job cleaning up the crime scene for having spilled out of his wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, maybe his upper arm strength is
I
stronger.
guess.
You have a call from Mr. Parker.
Yes. I was just thinking about visiting you. All right. I'll be there soon.
Will you be all right? If you think there's any danger.
Chief, what do you think love is?
Baby, don't hurt me.
No more?
In which each thought of the other to the end. That may well have been the integral part of this case.
So
In the
at
end,
the very
real
least,
murderer
in,
was cancer all along.
in Joseph's case, you know, it's justifiable self-defense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, doesn't change the fact that, you know, his wife and daughter are now both dead. But
Yeah. Feel pretty bad for the guy.
I can't guarantee it's any good.
him and his
Alma
really
always make
pixelated
coffee.
pictures.
That was an unusually
you.
large amount of animation. The arm moved away from the
My
clock,
wife.
and there's steam.
She
Oh,
was the best companion a man could hope for.
I
Even
find
when
it kind
was
of sad that if you
stubborn or
Google
angry,
Steam,
she still
Oh,
loved me.
that's- I
Valve's
love that.
application comes up first.
Mr. Parker, it's my duty
You know
to
the
uncover
sad?
the
What's
truth.
really sad is anytime I see a
I
Volvo
understand.
car, I think Volvo,
You
please.
loved her. Even if you'll be misunderstood and branded a killer, you wanted to hide the fact that Alma tried to kill you.
I'd be better off if she had killed
Well,
me.
not really. You'd
There's
be dead.
absolutely no way she'd kill me without a cause. She must have had some reason for what she did. Please, if it ends like this, Alma will be known as a lunatic. You have to find out what truly happened to
I mean,
my
we
I
did.
mean, you're making this plea a
Please.
little bit late. We're done with that.
Yes, I will.
What do you
That's
mean
my
you
duty.
will? We know. We figured
know.
it out. Don't talk in the future tense when you should be talking in the
Death comes
past
to
tense. They're very different.
I'm a little jealous.
Did she basically just say, I wish I were dead?
Well, I think this was mentioned before in this game, but she has a genetic disease.
Oh, yeah, that's
that
right.
Is going to kill her in the relatively near future.
Oh, there you are, Dr. Kimishima.
Yeah.
I was looking for you.
I see. What do you want?
I have the report from the Oxford autopsy.
Tell me all about it right now.
Right. Her brain tumor was kind of, well, strange.
Strange?
Okay.
Could you be any more vague? Were you actually present at the autopsy?
Well, yes, but it was a condition I've never seen. The tissue around the tumor was black. Nobody knows why.
Oh, she had a black bruise on her palm too.
Black.
Hmm.
The same as with Veronica. Remove
Yeah,
that
I mean,
tumor.
black tissue
I'll have a
usually
friend at
means like
Resurgam check it.
necrosis, but
And I want the death certificate made by the end of the day.
this seems different.
You want me to do all that?
No excuses. Get to it right now.
So am I supposed to know who Veronica is?
She
I'm on it.
was the victim in one of the earlier cases.
Hasn't there only been one
Veronica's
other
death.
case?
An
Or
old
did I
woman
completely
losing her
forget about an
on-
entire...
We're on the third
in the
actual
world is going
forensics
on?
case.
What was the second one about?
We can look. We can look.
I have no memory of this second case.
Why don't we
I remember
go
quite a
and-
bit about the first one, probably because I went through it twice.
Yeah,
that I
no, the
remember.
Veronica was the second case. So the first case was Dennis Taylor, I think, and his red Portland Jacks T-shirt.
Yeah, well, I remember there was like some convoluted setup where like the fan triggered a fire and
Yeah, that was the first one.
yeah,
Number one on the story was
it's
like a
just
story
the
beat,
cutscene
so-
intro. What was the third one?
That one was Veronica. She basically got locked in her room by her parents, and she
Oh,
vomited up a whole bunch of
yeah.
blood and died, and then they tried to
Yeah,
hide it by
Okay.
throwing her body over a cliff. Or
nice.
over a bridge.
Yeah. So then, where was black tissue involved in that case? Because she said just like Veronica.
I think there was something on her. Oh no, it was on her bones. Because remember, all they recovered of her corpse were her bones. So there was some of the same black like bruising on
Huh.
some of her bones, I think.
Okay then.
So in any case,
I definitely did that as a recap for everyone watching, and not because I have no idea what's going on.
it was actually the latter.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
All right, so next
Maximum
time,
annoyance sounds like an awful level.
It probably is. You'll need a remote for this.
Yeah,
one.
I have to pick up my
But-
Wii remote off of the ground and use it.
But we'll do that next time. So thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Trauma Team. I've been redxparasite.
I've been your host, Air327. Callbacks!